Here's the real reason why I hit rock bottom last year. I think I was so overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with being a mom and being the everything for my daughter. I think I went in overdrive to make sure that I was providing her every need, that I neglected myself and my own needs. Becoming a mom is such a heavy transition from the person that you used to be to the person that you now have to become, especially if you were someone who had a lot of drive, a lot of confidence, a lot of things going for themselves, and then now you have to be a mom in which you have to rearrange and make changes to your lifestyle so that you can still be who you've been and also be the best mom to your child. And sometimes you can't be both, or you have to tailor your lifestyle to kind of make both work. And sometimes it may not always happen that way, especially if you just have you, right? If you don't have that huge support system, that is said, the village that it takes to raise a child, then you really have a lot of work to do with changing your lifestyle on how it was before you became a mom. And sometimes that could be very challenging for someone who, one, wasn't ready, two, who was promised things that never came to pass, or was deceived in so many ways by people's words. And you have to really, really get right with God, right? Get right with God so you can make better choices when it comes to doing things in this world. Okay. And so for me, I feel like I was really on my journey getting right with God. And here come different things coming to distract me, attack me, deceive me. And, because I was a mom and I desired a family, right? I desired the help to not be the only person. I was going out on a limb and making choices outside of really sitting with God to make sure that it was the right choice, and making choices based on fear, overwhelmed. And so when I sit back and I look like, dag, how did these things happen? How did I get here? I had to figure out where my heart posture was at that point in time in my life, right? Where was my heart posture? What were my intentions for the decisions that I made, right? And what were they well thought out? Okay, because that's the thing. And I probably have to say no, 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 and no to most of them. At that point in time in my life, I thought so, that they were well thought out, that they were the best decisions for me. Okay, maybe at that time. But as time progressed and went on, and I started to really get my brain back, okay, because it had to be lost with some of the choices I made, if you know what I mean. I started to realize, like, wow, none of this was okay. None of this was right. And I should have never put anyone or anything above the Lord, let alone myself. And so that's how you get to places you really don't want to be, or you don't deserve to be in. And so now I'm just on this new journey, and I just wanted to share that because it came up to me as a revelation, because God has been revealing, okay? And as He revealed, it heals me, and I work on those things. And so it's been rewarding to be on this journey with Him and walking with Him. And now, as I continue to rebuild and redo my life, I'm having Him in it. There's nothing somebody's going to suggest to me or tell me to do without me consulting with Him and really hearing from Him and really listening to my intuition. Because let's be honest, most of the time when we're in situations, we always want to blame the other person for not showing up or doing X, Y, and Z, the things they promise. But most of the time, we got to look at ourselves, okay? We weren't, forced to do a lot of these things. Where was our heart posture when we was making these decisions? We were not close with God, so we could know how God wants us to live and operate. And being connected with Him can only send us people who are connected to Him as well. But when you chasing your flesh and you living in sin, those situations you're going to wind up in is going to reflect that, right? And so you just got to do better. And, I'm speaking to me, and if you could relate to, okay, got to do better with discernment, need to do better with reading the word and staying close to God, and really taking time to make decisions and really thinking them all the way through, like well thought out decisions before we make them. Okay, we will have less disappointment, less heartache, less backwardness, and less trauma to heal from. Okay, and so anyway, I'm excited to be where I am today, and I just know nothing but greatness can come from this, and I'm excited to be one with my Lord and Savior, my Jesus Christ, my everything, my miracle worker, my healer, my provider. I mean, he brought me through some things that I didn't even think I can come out of. Okay, so anything that I do, he's always going to get the glory, as he should have from the very beginning. I'm excited to see how he's going to continue to work in my life and all that he's going to restore that I have lost. Okay, so hopefully this message might have resonated with somebody, or you may have taken something away as a revelation to your own life. Okay, stay connected to God. Get right with God. Stop chasing your flesh. Stop chasing the world. Stop. Okay? And stop blaming people for you being in the wrong situations because you wanted to do what you want to do. Feed your flesh. So, anyway, I hope this freed you. And so, follow for more.